Hello, me again, and I am here with a little bit of a packing video for you. We'll get into that in a moment. So I'm heading on I don't necessarily want to say unexpected, but abrupt, I think is probably a better word. I've kind of been holding the idea that this trip is going to need to happen for a little while now, but it kind of all just sort of happened as things do. So I'm heading home to the mountains, and I don't know how long I'm going to be there for right now. It's going to be, I would say, a minimum of 2 weeks, but potentially 3 or 4, just depending on the needs of the people that I'm supporting. And this facet of my life is something that I've really intentionally not shared online, and I don't intend to, because it doesn't just involve me, and the people that it does involve are not online by choice. But that said, I have someone really significant in my life who has been really unwell. And so a lot of my time and energy is spent in contact with these people and just making sure that everything's okay and supporting and facilitating and helping to advocate for them and make sure that they're receiving the care that they need. And there are some times when things get harder or things escalate in that situation, and I'm needed there in person. And this is one of those times. So I'm heading home to the mountains. I know that it might be kind of frustrating for me to outline the shape of a thing without coloring it in for you. And it's something that I really have thought about a lot. And I am not in a place where I feel comfortable sharing the details. And if that changes in the future, it changes in the future. But it definitely feels like a delicate balance to share vlog style content while keeping a really big part of my life and myself private. And I think that's just a balance that anyone who puts content online has to strike for themselves. I think there are some people who find a lot of power in sharing it all, and I love that for them. And I think that there are some people who really thrive in mystery, and I'm very envious of them. I've always wished to be more mysterious. So I wanted to share a little bit about why I'm taking this trip, and I want to bring you along for parts of it. It's not a vacation though, and I didn't want the content to feel like an abrupt kind of shift into vacation mode, because it's not. It's a trip to support loved ones who need me. And there will be a lot of opportunity for some beautiful moments that I hope to bring you along for. Without further ado, let's talk about what I'm taking with me for a minimum 2-week trip to the mountains. If you have followed me for any length of time, I'm sure you have seen me do this either here or on one of the other platforms at some point. I have done this my whole life since I was a kid. My parents can remember me doing this as a child, and it just really helps my brain to see everything all laid out. And it helps me to make sure that I have my bases covered for all of the different activities and the different weather that I might encounter. This trip, it looks like the weather is going to kind of be a bit of a mixed bag. The spring, early summer season in the mountains, it really is kind of, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes energy. So I need to be prepared for rain. I need to be prepared for it to be quite warm. Like I said, I'm going to be doing lots of walking, hopefully some hiking as well. Hoping I'm going to be able to get some swimming in. I'm going to be hanging in the garden, bopping around. I'm going to be working from a cafe on my computer for clients doing Indyx lookbooks. So I need a mix of clothes that are lounge at the house appropriate, clothes that are activity appropriate, clothes that feel appropriate for heading into town. I don't need anything fancy. I'm not going out or anything, but I do want to feel like myself, feel comfortable. And this is what I've got packed so far. So this is what I am taking with me. Unfortunately, he is not actually coming, but he has been super helpful in the packing process, as I'm sure you can see. But this is what's coming. I've got swimmies too, both U swim, Both of these ones were very kindly gifted to me, and I'm just an enormous U-Swim fan personally. I have 3, and I wear the living daylights out of them. They've been really good to me. This is a so far unfinished pile of sporty bits. Right now I've just got one top and a pair of bike shorts. My other sport bras and tops are drying right now. I washed them earlier, so I'm gonna have a couple more there. I've got 2 dresses. One is really loose and short and kind of functions as just like an easy thing to wear around the house when it's hot. One is my long full button front navy dress, and that's just one of the things that I always feel comfortable in. And so I bring it whenever I can because it's just such an easy thing to style. I've got 2 sweatshirts. This one is a little quarter zip, kind of more for lounging, being cozy. The navy one I'll definitely use more for like styling and wearing around as well as being cozy. I've got my rain shell. I've got 2 button-up shirts, one striped, one denim. 2 short sleeve t-shirts, both are graphic. The gray one says "My cat walks all over me," and it's really just for cozy lounging around the house. And then I've got 1 long sleeve t-shirt in navy blue. I've got a handful of tank tops in different shapes and colors. That's kind of what I rely on like easy days when it's hot, is just a tank top and a pair of soft shorts. For pants, I've got 3 different pairs. I've got my black striped linen pants from Toast. I've got my white pants that I made, and I've got my cozy red sweats. I also have my gray cozy lounge pants, but they're going to be kind of strictly for travel and wearing around the house, whereas these 3 pairs can kind of go anywhere. And then for shorts, I've got 4 pairs. I've got my black shorts that are functional for activities. They're functional for around the house. They're like my kind of all around, like my hero shorts. I've got my nylon swim trunks that I'll wear kind of more for sport and activities if we have a day out on the lake or something. Vintage Roots sweat shorts purely for lounging and bopping around in the garden. And then a pair of soft cotton red shorts with the stripes. And those will be kind of for whatever I need them to be. They can be cozies or they can be out in the world. I've got this little banana bag that my sweet friend Oak made out of upcycled Arc'teryx jackets. And it's kind of the bag that I bring on walks and hikes. Lupin is not coming with me, but the purse that he has built a nest on is, and it's the brown and black bag from Magnetism that I've just been carrying nonstop. I figured, why stop now? I never travel without my bathrobe, so that's coming with me. I've got a baseball cap. I've got 2 pairs of sunglasses, one that's more sporty, one that's more stylish, a few little accessories, 2 brooches, and a bag charm. The bag charm and the brooch on top. We'll do a little zoom in here. This one, the clear crystal, that one and that one are both from Magnetism as well as the bag. And then for shoes, I've got these trail runners that will be for walking and for hiking. I've got these neutral easy sandals that will kind of be for everyday wear. And then I've got a pair of more sport focused sandals that would be going to the lake or going swimming. And then I've got a pair of Crocs that are going to be kind of all-rounders. I'll wear those bopping around town. I'm going to travel in them. I might even, use them in the garden. Like, they're just kind of an easy, comfy shoe. And then I'm bringing my shearling slippies. And that's everything that I'm bringing clothing and accessory-wise. And then I've got this whole mess in this corner that's going to be, my sewing supplies are in there. All of my different bags are there. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff to bring too. I've got to do like my toiletries, my books, my journal, all that jazz. But this is what I'm bringing clothing and accessory wise. It's 4:45 and I'm all packed up. I'm heading to the